black woman elected to Congress. She represented New York's 12th district from 1969 to 1983. And in 1972, she became the first woman to run for the Democratic Party's presidential nomination. Her campaign slogan, "Unbought and Unbossed," rings even louder today. Senator Kamala Harris recently paid tribute to Chisholm in her presidential campaign announcement by using a similar logo to Chisholm's. Dr. King is usually credited for the March on Washington in August of 1963, but it was Baynard Rustin who organized and strategized in the shadows. As a gay man who had controversial ties to communism, he was considered too much of a liability to be on the front lines of the movement. Nonetheless, he was considered to be one of the most brilliant minds and served his community tirelessly while pushing for more jobs and better wages. Annie Lee Cooper played a crucial part in the 1965 Selma voting rights movement. But it wasn't until Oprah played her in the 2014 Oscar-nominated film Selma that people really took notice of Cooper's activism. She was lauded for punching Alabama Sheriff Jim Clark in the face.
Welcome to Cognitions,
Politics, the Arts, and Beyond.
The short film Something Good, Negro Kiss, was made in 1898. Early commercial films often depicted minstrel shows until vaudeville acts overtook them in popularity. An African American appeared in narrative film at least as early as 1909, which is also the year that Sigmund Lubin produced the comedy series using a black cast and the derogatory title Sambo. Before then, film roles for black actors were played by white actors in blackface. Sam Lucas became the first black actor to be cast in a leading role in a mainstream film, appearing in the 1914 film Uncle Tom's Cabin. The Peter P. Jones Film Company was established in Chicago and filmed vaudeville acts and the 1915 National Half-Century Exposition in Lincoln Jubilee. William D. Foster's The Foster Photoplay Company in Chicago was one of the earliest studios to feature African Americans. Cast for his films included performers from stage shows at Robert T. Mott's Beacon Theater, the Lafayette Players, and the Ethiopian Art Theater had several players who crossed over into filmmakers too. The Lafayette Players and the Ethiopian Art Theater had several players who crossed over into filmmaking, too. The Lincoln Motion Picture Company was established in Omaha, Nebraska before relocating to Los Angeles.
Stacy, love you. And I know everybody know who Sasha Pooh is. She's the big, what, 3?
3, yes.
Yeah, because I didn't get invited to the second birthday party, remember?
We didn't have a birthday party this time.
Yeah, you did.
We were in Tennessee.
For number 2? No, because me and Terry had a big old fit about it.
No, you came to that birthday party.
No,
Stacy.
that was the first birthday party. Do I need to call Terry?
Okay, the second party.
Can y'all bring up the volume, please? I can't hardly
hear
him.
Here at the house. We was here at the house. It was pandemic.
I know. But we still didn't get an invitation. And you got in trouble.
There's no pandemic party, indeed. This is the problem with you, and I'm not even gonna say who we talking about, okay, who done had COVID twice. She needs to stop showing up at people's parties.
She is the party goer. Every time I talk to her, she's doing something every weekend. Someone trying to make me invent something.
And part of what she's doing every weekend, in addition to partying, is catching COVID.
This is
all right.
True.
Stacy D, what's your check-in?
I literally have no check-in. I'm just been grinding and grinding.
Okay.
Still don't like grown
If you don't have a check-in, then can you give a check-in on, because that's what the show today, this is part 2 of learning to master the dating apps. So
okay, guess what? I'm not doing very well. I need a tutorial on it. It's not good. I mean, maybe the dating app is just for the younger generation, because it's not doing it for me. I mean, I done had a couple of people that done chimed in on me, and then I just don't even have time, because they get mad because they saying all these good mornings. In the morning, I'm trying to pray, take a shower, lotion up, get dressed, and get out the door. I don't have time to be texting you good morning. Then they get upset because I don't text good morning, but I text happy evening.
That should be acceptable. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Because coming up on the show today, the question of the day is, how do I learn to master the dating apps? This is part 2 because we did part 1.
But then nobody get to see part 1 because you deleted it.
Because of all the technical difficulties. But that's okay. Because we have
It's never gonna
Stacy
get too
D.
much better.
What'd you say, Stacy? Stacy D, what do you?
It's not gonna get much better with the technical difficulties. His right hand man is the professor, and he don't look like he's too confident in what he's doing. I just think that do not stop deleting our stuff because I just don't think it's gonna get much better. Or maybe we better keep the bad ones, and then we can be like, oh. Mr. Walker only had 2 phone calls and 2 conversations through the show. So, we need to have a baseline, JP, so we know how we're getting better and better,
That show was so awful with technical difficulties. I had to delete that show. So here's the thing. For those of you watching or listening to the show today, there are multiple episodes that have been deleted from our page because of technical difficulties. Now, they can be found out there in the world of the internet, but let me tell you, I've tried to make it as difficult as possible because they're horrible. But it's okay if you all missed part 1 or tried to watch it and it was gone because I made it disappear, because all you missed was us setting up the dating apps for Stacy D. Now, Stacy just mentioned that she thinks this is for young people. That's the reason why we're doing this. That's the reason why we're doing these shows, is because young people have wonderful success with these dating apps compared to middle-aged people, and we're trying to bridge that gap. We are going to be successful with this dating app. Stacy D, you will be dating men from these apps. Okay.
I'm excited.
We just got to work out the kinks.
I went to the club this weekend.
What does that have to do with the dating apps in the show?
I'm going to tell you something. I went to the club this weekend. And
we're back to the ADHD episode.
Okay, listen,
go ahead.
I just thought about it. It just came in my mind, okay? I went to the club this weekend. It was a raunchy club, but I still went to the club this weekend. And I had a whole lot of lookers because, your girl was really, really fly. Had my stomach out. I had a crop top on. I was really, really fly. I didn't even know it was a crop top. My granddaughter told me. Okay, so I had a lot of men looking at me. And the only men that would come up to me was 5'2", drunk, just looking a funky mess. They're the only ones. They have a whole lot of confidence.
And you do have this 6 foot requirement.
6'3" to ride the ride.
Okay. That's gonna make the dating apps a lot easier because there's tons of men on there. Weeding out everybody who's under 6'3" is going to leave you with a very small amount to choose from, and which will actually make this easier. But before we get into
we can bring it down to 6 foot, because even the ones that's 5'10" say they 6 foot.
Okay. Well, before we get into that, let's go ahead and do some mental health and illness in the news.
Okay. The news has really been depressing lately. I was just watching something. It's been really depressing.
What were you watching about the war?
Yes, I started crying. They had this one family on there from Ukraine. he had a 14-year-old and a 3-year-old, and they were just trying to get out before everything started. And the 14-year-old is just devastated, and it's just really sad.
It is. It's sad. It's unfortunate. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I'm kind of in shock about the whole thing. And Russia is bombing them from all sides.
Yeah, they are.
Like,
it's sad.
They showed a map of, like, it's an all out vicious attack.
Very vicious.
Okay, Stacy D. Yes. Have you heard of this show Hoarding?
Yeah, I heard of Hoarding. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
have you ever watched an episode?
I do watch every now and again.
Oh, good. Okay. I had avoided watching this show, okay, because seeing that much mess would create some anxiety within me. I can't really handle the whole hoarding, but Nadine will watch it periodically, and I usually have to leave the room because I can't handle that kind of mess, and the mice and the rats run out from under the mess. It's horrifying to watch. But I was sitting, chilling. Didn't feel like going across the room to get the remote, and Hoarders came on.
Popped on.
And I watched
they have back-to-back episodes. They have about four episodes, just like My 600-Pound Life. Okay, both of them TV shows need to give us some money.
Yes, well, they need to give my wife some money because she watches both of them shows. And that's what the TV was on. When I came into the room and the TV was on, I sit down and up comes the most mess in a house that I had ever seen in my life. It was, I was traumatized by seeing this mess, okay? And so it made me think about the mental health aspects of it while I was sitting there debating, do I need to get up and go across the room and find the remote? Because this is unsettling. But that mess represents chaos and is indicative of a life that is out of control, okay? And so as I was watching it, and it was a nightmare, I wanted the therapist on this show to do some insight-oriented psychotherapy to assist these people with identifying the areas of their lives that they have lost control in and possibly feel powerless in, because what's happening is when you have a loss of control in other areas of your life and you feel powerless, sometimes people will overcompensate in the form of hoarding, because hoarding is about control. Not letting go of stuff, junk, even trash. And they just want to hold on and hold on and hold on. And so they come in, they clear out the people's mess and they do all of that, but I don't think that they do enough work.
That don't help the situation because they're not getting down to the meat and the potatoes.
Right. They're not doing preventative measures to take a look at, okay, what areas of your life do you need to gain control of so that you don't end up overcompensating by holding on to rubbish and trash. And so the therapists on the show, they really did not do any of that.
But maybe they did that behind the scenes, because most of the ones, when they go back and revisit them like 6 months later, they have actually went and cleaned up some other areas. So maybe those are practices that they're doing behind the scenes. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, because that would be good. They should show that for people who are hoarders who are watching the show. It might
and people like Gerald who can't handle that they're not doing their job effectively. Yes.
I want them to cover all the bases. Now, here's the reason
full circle
why this is significant. I believe that my brother-in-law is a hoarder.
Now he's a hoarder too? You know what?
No, not AJ. No. You think about AJ. No. This is a different brother-in-law.
Okay, no. Not AJ. KJ is what you meant to say. Oh my God. Steph, it's not me. I'm trying to help. Steph, just make me another peach cobbler. Don't worry about JP's, because I'm trying to help the situation. He think that he think we at the restaurant just conversating and he throwing names out. Steph, is not me. It's all on him.
Poor AJ. AJ is probably like, why am I the topic of so many episodes of this radio show? This actually is not. This is not about AJ. This is about a different brother-in-law. And here's the thing. What's interesting is what I was wanting them to do on the show.
Can you guys turn on my audio, please? I can't hear.
Turn her up. Okay, turn her up. Okay, can you hear me, Stacy D?
Yeah, I can hear you now, JP.
Okay. What I wanted them to do on the show, I thought about it, is exactly what we have failed to do with my brother-in-law. So here's what happened. We went to my in-laws' house to clear out their garage because it looked like an episode of Hoarders. And in clearing it out, my brother-in-law, all the crap was his. And so I would pick up something like a raggedy, tattered doll or something and be like, okay, can I throw this away? And he's like,
oh, you was asking permission?
No, that mistake on my part. Okay, because it's family though. I should have did like they do on the show and just start throwing crap out. Mm-hmm. But he's like, no, it might be worth something. Really?
We should tell him to take it right then and there, and I'll be right here waiting on you. Go on and take it and try to get the money, and I'm gonna stand right here and wait on you. Then you should just throw away everything else.
Even something that would be worth something is not worth something if it has been destroyed. And that's what I don't think people who hoard, I don't think they are looking at their crap as if it's in mint condition. And it's like the doll I was holding up, it like the cat had pissed on it. It was not in good condition. Whatever it may have been worth years ago, it was no longer worth. And he's like, well, that's, it was his daughter's. Well, she's a teenager. That doll wasn't old enough to be worth a damn thing anyway.
And she don't care about it. Exactly.
She didn't care about it. And so with him, what I realized is we failed to talk to him about, we already know the areas of his life that he's out of control, but we didn't talk to him about, hey, do you think it's possible that you're hoarding in a quest for control because other areas of your life are out of control? But if you're hoarding, this is what hoarders need to realize. If you're hoarding and your house ends up a mess, that essentially is a loss of control. So you're overcompensating is just turning into another version of a loss of control. Well, this is what ended up happening because we never did all that conversation with him. When we went back to Tennessee, the garage looked like we never touched it. It's back to looking like it's on its way to being on an episode
so
of
they
Hoarders.
Don't park cars in the garage?
They can't get crap in there. I tried walking through there and tripped and almost fell and hit my head on the concrete. Like, this garage is just full of crap, even though we cleared it out. The tornado shelter, you can't even get in it. Thank God there was no tornado, because we wouldn't have been able to get in it. And so the whole house isn't a mess, just the rooms that he occupies, which is like he goes into the garage, and then his bedroom had so much crap in it that it had started to spill out into the hallway. And so it made me think about the episode of Hoarders. It's like, okay, here I'm fussing at these therapists for not doing insight-oriented psychotherapy to help these people to prevent themselves from continuing this behavior. And here, like, I have a family member and we haven't done that. So he just keeps re-hoarding. And if you clean it up, he re-hoards. It's it's ridiculous and out of control and like disgusting. Fortunately, it doesn't spread to the whole rest of the house, but that's my hoarding story. That's my, like, I cannot handle watching that show because I basically live hoarders when I like go out of town. Okay. D, any thoughts on hoarding?
No.
Okay. So let's get to the question of the day. I want to say that you have made a very valid point, Stacy D, about the complication of these apps, because now you're doing BLK. I'm managing your Tinder profile.
Yeah, he managing it, you guys. And I hope they be like, oh, you wasn't talking like that on Tinder? Why you talking like that now? I be like, because that was my friend, bro. No, I'm not going to talk like him. How about that?
Hold on. Let me tell you what I have said, okay? And Mr. Walker, if you could pull up Stacy D's matches. Okay, let me stop. Before, as he's pulling up the matches.
Oh, I got one since he really want to take me to dinner, but I haven't responded to him in 2 days. See, it's too much work on the apps.
We have to do this. We have to. We have told our audience that middle-aged people can have success in these dating apps too. The problem, though, is the apps really are complicated. Okay?
Yeah.
And they don't tell you what crap means on the apps. So I'm going to go over what the stuff means for our listeners who tried out Tinder with us. When we did the show, we did 2 apps, Tinder and BLK. Is it called BLK or is it called Black, Stacy?
I don't know. I just say BLK because it was a little bit of everything. It was a little bit of everything on there. Or maybe they just like BLK. Maybe they just like the black. The ones that say everybody little thing on there.
Okay. Well, here's, for those of you trying to figure out this Tinder mess, okay? The red X means you can swipe left. You can either hit the red X or swipe left, and that means you're not interested in that food, okay? The blue star, you can either hit the blue star or you can swipe, scratch that. The blue star is super like, which means you all into this food. Like, you really feeling this food. If you hit that blue star icon, and because you craving him, all right? And so, Stacy D, let me confess, you did hit blue star on a couple of photos.
It was some accidents, though.
We're going to see what happens. Okay. The green heart, and you can either hit the green heart or you can just swipe to the right. That means that you like the person, but not enough to start stalking them. Okay? And that's the blue star is if you might end up stalking the fool. Green heart means I'm feeling this fool, but I ain't gonna stalk him. Like, he ain't all that, but he cool. All right? And they get notified. And so this is how I finally figured out that you have matches on there.
How many matches did I get?
Well, I don't even know. I don't even know. There is messages at the bottom, like 40 or 50 messages, and I don't even know what they mean.
Well, I was doing something. Bye, Professor. I was doing something good. I got 40 or 50 messages. Hey, the T's in the house.
ACD.
50 plus and in the house.
Stacy D, did you just say bye to the professor in the middle of the broadcast?
Okay, everyone knows that I am clinically ADHD. I have been diagnosed twice, okay, by my doctor and by you. So I'm over the top ADHD. Sorry.
Over the top.
Huh?
Okay, I have great news for you, Stacy D.
What?
I was mistaken. You do not have 50 likes. You have over 99 likes. It's 99 plus because there's not room for
because it's not room for no more.
There's not room for triple digits. You have at least 99 likes. Okay.
99 likes. Okay, somebody out there that want me. How about that?
There's a lot of people who want you. Hold on a second. Okay.
Yeah, so I did put some bad pics up though, didn't I?
Yes, you did, Stacy D. This is how this works.
Okay.
I just figured this crap out this morning. Okay. This is why young people are successful with this, and those of us, it's complicated. Yes. Back in the day, we just met somebody and talked to them and asked for their phone number and took them out on a date. This mess is complicated. Okay, so the 99 plus people, you got over 100 people liking you. When you are looking through, in this case, when I'm looking through for you at guys, if I click on somebody, give them the green heart or the blue star, they get notified. And if they have already clicked on your picture, it's a match. All right. Now, there's also a purple lightning bolt on there, but that's just to boost your profile for 30 minutes to get a whole bunch of people to check you out in 30 minutes.
I don't need no more. I got 99 plus. I don't need to get boosted up no more.
You clearly don't need any more.
I don't need the boost, honey.
The way the app is set up is at the bottom of the screen, there's the 100 people who like you, but all of their pictures are blurred.
Oh, so you don't get some money now.
They want some money.
I knew
you don't get to see.
I probably haven't even got 99 likes.
No, because there's a bunch of blurred pictures. And so at the bottom of the app, for those of you viewers and listeners who are going through this with the D, you have to click at the bottom of the app to see who likes you. These are people who, like, you have not clicked on them to get a match. It just lets you know that they checking you out. As you have to finish going through all of their pictures and click on who you like to get the icon that there's a match. And Mr. Walker is going to show you some matches that you got. Okay,
come on, everybody. Let's look at my matches. Let's see how good JP was.
Hold up. Let's talk money. You're going to like those matches. Okay. The way they do this is for 12 months, $7.50.
Hold on. Okay. Sorry. He got this. Okay. Come on, Mr. Walker. Come get your 10 plus today.
Okay. Hold on. I need you to know about the money behind this whole thing. Okay. Because I'm thinking we should create our own dating app, because this mess is overly complicated and kind of ridiculous.
Just simplify it.
It needs to be simplified. It needs to be simplified. Okay, so what it has here, best value for 12 months, $7.50 a month. You can get that option. It's $89.99. Or the 6-month option for $67.49. That's $11.25 a month. And then in our case, what I'm thinking we need, because we are gonna have to move on. This is so involved that we're gonna have to move this to bonus segment and just we're gonna have to do this as a bonus segment.
Oh, okay.
Stacy D. Try to stay focused. Stop what you're doing right now and try to stay focused.
It's Mr. Walker unfocusing me.
Unfocusing you? For 1 month, we can pay $22.49 for 1 month just to get us through these episodes of mastering the dating apps. And so I'm going to have to figure out which one. I'm not paying $89.
No, we just gonna pay $22. I'm finna cash app you $11, and I better get a good date to pay for my $11 back. Yeah.
Okay. So, let me see here.
God, I do got. Okay, I'm sorry.
So what I'm gonna have to do is
can we go to the other part, JP? Because I'm getting very, very anxious right now.
Okay. Is Mr. Walker ready to show you? Is Mr. Walker ready to show you the picture?
Are you ready, Mr. Walker? He ready for
Am I going to be able to see him too? Mr. Walker, do not show the pictures I sent today. Save those for last. Can you start off by showing the pictures I sent the other day?
Can you make it big so I can see? Okay. I'm excited. You're going to be the best man at the wedding too, JP.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Okay, I don't like Mike.
Where are the pictures? Are they up?
He done lost them. Wait a minute. Okay. Hell no.
Can't see them. Can our viewers see these pictures?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, the viewers can see them, but you can't see them. Sorry.
You should have came into the job.
Hold on. Stacy D.
Okay, that's not too bad. It don't say his age.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Because I do have the pictures. Start with the police officer.
I'm feeling the police officer. You know that. Because him and I are kissing cousins.
You are not feeling the police officer.
49. Hey, Mikey.
You like Mike?
I like Mike. This that uniform
Mike,
do it
that's
for
49.
me. Yeah, the uniform do it for me. You need to give him the Purple Heart.
Woo.
I don't know.
Okay.
There's no purple.
Oh, both. Okay, these are the same person. Okay.
What's the same person?
All right. Stacy D, go to Chris, who's.
Oh, okay, that's Mike again. Okay. Hell no. But mind you, I don't have nothing against my European brothers. I have nothing against you guys. But it's a type that I want. I want him to go, yeah. Yeah.
Go to Dub, who's 51.
Hey, is that you know you wrong for that, okay? I think that's a fake picture. That has to be a fake picture. JP was trying to be funny, you guys.
This is a real person, believe it or not. I could not believe this was a real human. Okay.
Okay. Next.
Hold on. Go to Chris, who's 46.
He's too young. Is he in the?
Okay.
What do he have on a uniform or something?
Stacy D.
What?
I'm pranking you with these fools.
With them three, right?
These fools are not appropriate. I was even pranking you with the police officer. I didn't think you'd actually like him.
Really? I like that. I like Chris.
No, you're not doing the police officer. Okay. Now let's get to your actual matches. This is not me pranking you. I clicked on some fools who I thought you might like, and they had already clicked on you. So these next pictures are from the 100 people who like you.
Hold on, you gotta find them. Hold on. What you laughing at, JP? Okay, that's my style.
Okay, who are you looking at, Danny?
I don't know. That done disappeared. Is that right? Yeah, right. Yeah, I feel right. At least on the outside, I can feel right.
Wait a minute. Right? Who is that? I didn't send right. You should be looking at Danny and Ray.
Yeah, we looked at Danny and Ray.
Okay, you are a match for these two.
Do
you?
Danny, how old is Danny? I got a baby by Danny. 2 babies.
Oh my Lord. Okay. It's covering up their ages from the screenshot that I sent. But when I pay to get access to all of these people, you will be able
Danny
to
looks like
communicate with them.
he looks like that one rapper. What's his name? from LA. Ice Cube. Yes, he look like Ice Cube.
Actually,
They the LL Cool J look alike. So give me Ice Cube now. Bam, bam, bam.
He actually does look like Ice Cube.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so now
and he look
here's
like he got a job. Is that a uniform he has on? You know, you got to look at all them things.
Oh, these fools got jobs. You can't see it on here, but in the other pages that I looked at for them, they have real jobs. All right.
So are they about putting a ring on it or just kicking it?
I didn't read all of that. I was waiting for us to talk about it. I had to send messages to these people.
Okay. Tell me some of the messages.
So the message that I sent to them is, fool what you about, because I'm ready to get down.
Are you breaking me again? Okay, everybody, he's pranking me again.
I am. I sent a very, because these are real people. Not like the creepies that I was joking around with. Okay. Right. And so all I said was, hello, how are you today? Because I didn't know what you want me to say to these people. So
that's fine.
Okay. And now they're going to be messaging you and responding.
So did they ever respond back?
You're going to need to download this app onto your phone so that you can chat it up with these.
I might not be able to because you have everything on your phone.
No, but all you need is the password to get in there.
Oh, okay.
And then you can do it. Okay.
Mr. Walker said, oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay.
Now, unfortunately, you missed out on some possible good matches because the way the app is set up, I was scrolling through foods so fast that a blur went by a few times and I was like, oh, he's for the D. And they don't let you rewind. You have to pay to rewind.
Oh, they are making money hand over fist and people are doing it. I know. Because look, we about to pay $22.
It costs $4.50 a month, between $4.50 a month and $13.49 a month, just to go rewind back to a previous picture that you accidentally zoomed past to. And so we need to figure out, I really don't want to pay for that. Okay. I'm gonna just try to slow down and not go too fast. Okay. Because that's stupid to pay to back up and look
for rerun. Back it up.
All right. Now here's what's missing. We never came up with your profile little statement. You have to say you got over 100 people liking you and you haven't even said anything about you.
So they just look at the outside. They're only looking at the shell. They're not even worried about the inside.
Basically.
What? Yeah.
And you got to decide if that's what you want, B.
Well, men are the hunter and I'm the prey. So I think I'm attractive inside and out.
Okay. We need to come up with your profile statement.
It's going to let it roll like this.
Stacy D. You don't want to say nothing about yourself? Like these people.
Because here go. See, this is what I tell them. I'm a mystery. You got to get to know me, and then I'll let you know everything else about me.
That's what I'm going to put.
That's what I said. Put that down there. I'm a mystery. I'm a conversator. I tell them that I want to be, let me see. What's that? Celebrated and not tolerated.
I'm going to change that word to conversationalist.
I'm a conversator.
Okay, I'm a mystery. You got to get to know me. And what else did you say, Stacy?
I don't know. It just be coming off the cuff.
When I watch this show later, I'm going to pull the rest of it. Now, here's the other thing that they do. they put information about their careers, what they do for a living. Do you want?
I'm a wind-out entrepreneur. A wind-out entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Okay.
Entrepreneur.
I'm gonna change that to entrepreneur.
No,
entrepreneur. Just in case they don't know what an entrepreneur is. Okay.
Entrepreneur.
Okay. What else do you want to say on there? Do you want to say your age?
Don't you already have that on there?
I don't think we put that.
Oh, you gotta put my age. I'm a year older than you.
We don't need to put that. Okay. Is there anything else? Because here's the thing. You have so many likes because we didn't say anything about you. Most of those people are not going to be a good fit. So this profile statement is to weed out the crazy people. Are you sure you don't want to do a better job of weeding out the crazy people? Because this whole I'm a mystery.
Say I want to be your baby mama.
Get to know me. I'm a mystery. That's gonna draw out freaks and nut jobs.
Really? Mr. Walker thought it was Mr. Walker thought it was pretty good. And he's an old head.
Is Mr. Walker go be watching outside your house to prevent crazy people from stalking you? You don't need to listen to Mr. Walker. I think you need to, let's come up with something that will weed out. Okay, one, you need somebody to be at least 6 feet.
No, you know what? I think I could do a long distance relationship.
No, that's gonna broadens the spectrum even more. You're gonna end up with 300.
But no, I think I do need to do a long distance relationship because I don't really want to be bothered with nobody every day.
Do you want me to put that in there? I don't want to be bothered with you every day.
No, but I mean seriously, at this time in my age, I have so much stuff going on. It's really hard to manage a relationship and a career. And I don't want to, if I don't, just like the ones on my little thing, they get all upset because I'm not doing our good mornings or,
So what if I say, I'm very busy. It's hard to manage a relationship and a career.
That's nice.
Now that's going to weed out a lot of people. In fact, you might lose some good people if we say that.
Oh, well, okay. Well, so what should we put down then, JP?
I'm writing this down, but I don't think I'm going to put this. I was thinking...
He's sort of controlling everybody.
I was thinking, do you care if they are a professional or not? Do you care if they're employed at all? Can we at least weed out the unemployed people?
Have a job now.
Okay,
hopefully
so we can weed out.
But I'll go for a job.
Okay.
Because guess what? I don't want to be nobody's purse or nobody's nurse.
Okay. So let's weed out the people who still sleeping on their mama's couch in the basement, smoking weed all day.
But driving
do you want them sober? No drinking and no drugs.
Yes, no drinking and no drugs. I could deal with a drinking, but not a drunk. We go out, because JP, you get your drink on.
Yeah.
But I can't deal with a drug addict.
Okay, no drugs at all.
Mr. Walker
not
is
even
cracking up over here. Do not choke on nothing, Mr. Walker, while you're over there eating.
Why don't we, if we say no drugs at all, that's going to weed out your weed smokers, and that Ice Cube looking guy, he might disappear.
No, okay, go keep it because I like Ice Cube.
D, you don't want to
that's what his album was on the Chronic. Didn't he have the album called The Chronic?
Do you want to be bothered with smelling weed?
No, because they're gonna know that I'm professional, so they're gonna be smelling like Bond or Creed when they come and get me. Mixed with a little bit of weed.
So scratch the no drugs.
Yeah,
Okay.
just no heavy drugs.
Okay.
It's just all bad.
We really have not done a good job of weeding. Your list is way too long. Like anybody and everybody is clicking on your picture. We need to cut this list down.
Okay. Yes, sir. Well, you do whatever you do whatever you need to do, then, boss.
Do you want to be educated professionals?
Huh?
What about educated professionals?
Mr. Walker said yes. I might lose Ice Cube though. I mean, cause I love the little. But you know what? That's what's been getting me in trouble too. So yeah, take the professional, educated professional. Put that in there, cause boys been getting me in trouble. So yeah. Got to change up something. You're right.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase access to the hundreds of people.
Okay, and I'm gonna cash app you $12.
And I'm not gonna be able to resist pranking just a little bit because I know it's some like freak shows in the midst, and we're gonna have to put their pictures up. We're gonna have to. All right, let's get to our bonus segment. And this is what we're gonna do, because this is an ongoing. This whole master the dating apps is an ongoing thing because they make it complicated, and I don't know how we thought we was gonna have you on dates within 2 episodes. We're gonna move that to a bonus segment so that we can get back to regular segments.
And we're gonna keep everybody posted on how everything is going, because I think I'm about to set up a date now, because this one guy saying that I'm not real good at returning calls. So he wants my number and take me out to dinner.
But why is he sounding needy?
Oh,
you didn't return his call that morning. You responded that evening, and
I responded 3 days later.
Oh.
And I was like, I just don't be on the app that often. I'm sorry. I did apologize. So can I give him my number? Let's hear it.
Is he sounding desperate and needy?
No, he don't look like he's desperate and needy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I've been out of the game for a long time, you guys. So
start chatting it up. Start chatting it up with him. But remember, when it comes time to go out on the date, me and Nadine need to be in a corner of the restaurant, like huddled down and taking pictures.
I know. It's gonna be so fun.
Okay. Black history in the making.
And then don't forget, I have a Black history too. So let's hear about your Black history in the making.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do mine really quick.
Okay.
Because remember, we were gonna do Black history in the making. Ahmaud Arbery's 3 killers. First, as everyone knows, they were convicted of murder. They got life sentences, but now they have also been found guilty of committing a hate crime. This is significant because this really sets a precedent that it is against the law to be a racist, to kill somebody based upon race and ethnicity. And so it's one thing for laws to be in existence, but it's another thing for them to actually be upheld and a precedent being set. And so that is a history-making development. Dante Wright, the police officer who killed him, as we covered this on the show, she accidentally killed him. She thought she was pulling her taser.
Right.
She pulled a gun. Well, she got sentenced to 2 years for 1st-degree and 2nd-degree manslaughter. She'll be out in 1 year and 4 months with good behavior. And remember, we kind of saw this differently because I empathized with her. I felt like it really was a mistake. But of course, in America, just because it's a mistake doesn't mean you don't get punished. Hence, the manslaughter instead of murder. And what Judge Regina Chu stated was Officer Potter made a mistake that ended tragically. She never intended to hurt anyone. Her conduct cries out for a sentence significantly below the guidelines because there's some controversy that she only got a 2-year sentence and she'll be out in a year and 4 months. But the judge is like, this woman is not a murderer. She's a killer, but she's not a murderer. Like, she was incompetent, someone died, yes, but I'm not giving her like a life sentence for accidentally killing someone. And so the Black History in the Making piece is that the law is beginning to fall into place, but please do not get overly comfortable because we must remember that Breonna Taylor, those police officers who busted into her house, had a shootout with her boyfriend. She's the only one that got shot. The boyfriend who was actually shooting at them, a bullet didn't even graze him. None of those officers have been charged. Okay. We also have to remember that Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty of murdering 2 people and injuring another at a Black Lives Matters rally. And I am never going to get over the murder of Trayvon Martin by George Zimmerman.
Never.
So things are
Never.
moving forward, but don't get too comfortable. Don't just, be cussing out police officers on the street because you will still get your brains blown out. Okay, Stacy D, what is your Black history? What's your Black history moment?
It was really funny. Do everybody watch the Weather Channel? You don't watch
Does
the Weather
anybody
Channel?
watch the Weather Channel?
What?
Who's
I watch
watching
the
it?
Weather. JP, do you watch the Weather Channel? Because Mr. Walker over here don't watch the Weather Channel.
Nobody watches it. Why does it even still come on? How did you find the Weather Channel?
I watches the Weather Channel all day. I mean, all the time.
Why? It takes 5 seconds to figure out what the weather's going to be.
Because I like doing
what are you doing
it
the rest of
everywhere
that
else. And then you're not real big into global warming, believe it or not. I'm so into global warming. I just,
What did you discover on the Weather Channel? You got 3 minutes to tie that into Black history.
A Black man owns it.
What? I need to start watching the Weather Channel.
That's why. Byron, it's funny. It's really, really funny because the Black man owns is Byron Allen. Do you know who he is? He's a
Byron
comedian.
Allen?
He bought the Weather Channel for $300 million. I'm finna start doing comedy. And
Byron
guess what else he
Allen
finna
bought
buy? The
What?
Denver Broncos. I'm finna stand up. I'm finna start doing stand-up comedian. He's gonna
Byron
be
Allen?
the first Black person to own an NFL team.
Wow.
They are doing negotiations right now. That is history.
Apparently, you are not the only person watching the Weather Channel.
Exactly. My grandchildren even watch the Weather Channel with me. They call me up and tell me stuff. My children won't watch it, but the
You're
grandbabies do.
brainwashed them. Why are kids watching the Weather Channel? I don't even understand that. I can't wrap my mind around.
About watching the Weather Channel?
There's nothing on there but weather.
Exactly. And it tells you about global warming too. I know people can't, could you not recycle? Because some people don't recycle.
We do. Mr. Walker does.
Do you recycle all,
right.
the good things? Do you recycle pizza boxes?
We try to avoid eating pizza.
Okay, both you guys said you don't do pizza. But pizza boxes are not recyclable because it has
Why?
grease and
They're
other stuff in
cardboard.
it. Yeah, because it has,
They're
a lot of things that you put in your recycle bucket, they are not recyclable. I think we need to do.
Why?
Listen, I think we need to do a show about that. I could do that too to let y'all know everything that's plastic and cardboard is not recyclable, and then that's causing more problem when it comes down to the recycling.
Really?
Yes, I watches all of that. Yes, I'm a little weird,
I have thrown pizza boxes into the recycle bin.
and you're not supposed to know because guess what? That just
They're cardboard.
But it has grease and food all on it. Do you, like when you get ready to recycle and the juice stuff, are you rinsing it out before you put it in there and everything? See, if you're going to recycle, you need to recycle right. And then not to mention, if you rinse your stuff off, that even helps your recycle bucket won't be so nasty and grimy. Do you even wash your recycle bucket?
No.
See, Mr. Parker said he was with me to you don't wash your recycle bucket. See, I love recycling. I can do a whole show on recycling. I mean, I know it's odd because people are like, really, Stacy? Yeah. I really, because in my mind, only in my mind, I really want the world to be good for my great, great, great grandchildren. And
Stacey,
those are things that I have to do, to at least my little part, to know what I'm putting into my great grandchildren's lives.
Next week, can you have this ready as a bonus segment
About the
week?
recycling?
Yes.
Sure. I have it at home. It drives my kids crazy. It drives them crazy. Be like, Mama, no.
I'm shocked you even care about recycling. This is
A
wonderful,
lot of people
though.
are. It's like I say, I'm a mystery. It's so many different levels to me. You have to sit up and talk to me to know about me.
I'm gonna put that. There's so many different levels to me. Okay, let's wrap up the show. I'm gonna add that to your profile.
This is fun.
Thank you for joining us. That is our show for today. And remember, worry about nothing.
And pray about everything.
Thank you for joining us. God bless and take care.
Bye-bye now.
We're shining a long overdue spotlight
There are
on the
so
hidden
many
figures of untaught
different
history.
levels